Yeah, hello everyone and welcome to Hero RC. I'm Robert, and as you can see in frame, I have got my FCX10 Discovery by FMS, and if you look in the background, it is daylight. We get to do a daytime run, do a little cruising with the Discovery and try to knock some dirt off the wheels before I actually put some water on them and clean them. We're going to come down the stairs first. Nice smooth modulation, and I haven't done anything to this puppy yet. I put the bush guards on it, but I need to trim the wires on it, so we're going to head around to my other building and get that done. Nice. For this thing to be so top heavy, it is well balanced. Those shocks are amazing. Alright, here we go over my little obstacle course here. Oh, I missed it. That is a nice looking rig. I love that vehicle. I picked this one because I like it better than all the others, but I wouldn't mind having the others just to have a fleet of them, but this one is nice. And there's other vehicles I want besides those. Drag brake, I got it set, but it still didn't stop. Just give it credit for the modulation and the appearance. I have to work on the other stuff. Real quick. No problem. Let's do a sharp descent and see what happens. Let's back it up. Get some side hill in here. She's flexed out, as you can see. See if she turns over. Lifting in the front a little bit. Passenger or driver side. I noticed on my videos I get the driver side and passenger side mixed up. I'll be talking about the driver side and say passenger side and vice versa. But well, kind of lifted up a little bit on the driver's side, sliding down. Alright, I'm going to go into my other building and get those bush guards trimmed. See you on the flip side. Alright, since I'm out here in my building, I'm going to let you see the paint, the project of the TRX6. Everything is still drying. I just painted the letters and everything on it today, and the little bands on the tank. I painted those today. And then I put another coat over the fenders. And yes, I painted the rims red. Let's see what happens. And they should be ready tomorrow. I'm gonna let them sit overnight. I'm gonna put a clear coat on them before I go in though. And let them sit overnight. And tomorrow, start putting it together. Didn't get to my truck today, the shock, so we'll get that tomorrow. Which means the fence is a dead subject this weekend. But anyway, we're going to head over to Foxtrot Trail Course 2 and let you see the progress I've made on it. See you on the flip side. Alright, here we are at Foxtrot Trail Course 2. And got some of the covering put over. The bricks are around the outside. Now on the other side of the moat, on the outside, I think I'm going to put rocks and make it like a rock crawl. You know, add some rocks into the dirt there and give it some obstacles and cover that with my caliche and make it solid. And that should make it kind of interesting because you'll have the moat right next to it while you're doing some crazy driving. But you know, if it falls over, it'd just be more of a cleanup than anything. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. And that cover that ground cover that I have on the inside, that's going to be all on the outside, except for down there where that green spin wheel is up there. Part of that is going to be grass, where you know the vehicles will sit and spectators or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, this is going to be it, baby. It's slowly but surely coming together. You just take a cruise around the moat to see if it's wide enough. And then right here where the truck is entering, it's going to be a bridge here to enter into to go across the moat. Yeah, but see, I don't want it too wide. Or too deep. See, a vehicle will be able to, even a vehicle that's not waterproof should be able to roll through it. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a big giant piece of plastic over everything before I cover it to make the moat hold water, you know, until it evaporates or the birds or something, you know, come and drink it all out. And once I put the plastic over it, I'm going to put the caliche, the Ben 10 in my trailer around the whole moat. And that way, when it's not wet, when it's dry, you could still drive on it and not have to worry about, you know, the vehicle getting all muddied up. Because there's not going to be, I decided I don't want any mud. If there is, it's going to be a very small pocket. Don't want the mud. And then right up here, I'm going to have to put a rock or something in this. You know, well, I don't know. Might be able to clear it because that's a root. Yeah. I have to put something there to. That one handles it pretty good because I don't want to rip the root out. I don't want to affect the tree at all. And put something there for the vehicle to be able to get over it. And like I said, the outside where all this dirt is, that's going to be a road with the rocks. It's going to be a rock course, basically. And then I'm going to have obstacles all out here, like I said before. But I want to leave, you know, room to walk. So I think it's going to be pretty decent when I get done with it. Now that I've got the main idea down. All right, let's head on over to Foxtrot Trail Course before it gets dark. All right, took me a little longer to get to this than I wanted to. There's my red rider that I use on the rabbit. It doesn't hurt him, but it runs him off, but he keeps coming back. And I've got one in there that'll put a big hole in him and take him out. I don't want to do that. I mean, I could have shot him in the face today, and I just couldn't. But anyway, let's get back to the trail run. Alright, there she is entering Foxtrot Trail Course. And bush guards look pretty cool on there, but I'm going to have to do something to secure them because the little screws that they had to go in there to hold that wire down, man, you would need like one of my somebody the size of one of my 7-inch figures to put them things in there. So I'm gonna maybe hot glue them or put some tie straps on them, tiny tie straps or something. I'm not sure yet. If I don't lose something off of it before then. All right, let's bring her up. The railroad tie. This is tie road. That's what that is, tie road. Them tires on there just set it off. Just made it look awesome. I have to do a double reverse on the trigger now. I don't remember having to do that. Maybe it's with the setup. Not having to hold the gimbal makes a difference. I know that. I don't know why I didn't do this in the past. Look at it articulate. Over Foxtrot Road. Look at the low straight axle there. It just barely missed that axle, that rock there. You gotta pick some good lines, that's for sure. The drag brake ain't worth a flip on here. I've got it set on the remote, but it is not working at all. Alright. See if we can get up over Bedrock Bridge. In some places those shocks help it, you know, for going over flat rocky terrain, but for inclines or ascents, I don't think it helps it at all. It just wants to turn over. This long wheelbase makes it hard to turn around. Them springy shocks makes it want to flip over. I don't know if I'm in second gear. Oh, okay, let's try this. Almost had it there. Boy, them springy spring just makes it want to just bounce it, bounce it. And that back bumper, the clearance in the rear makes it hard to. I'm gonna put some caliche in that spot though. Build that up. Okay, okay, there we go. Alright, just had to pick a good angle. Crazy angle, but it did it. Alright, here we go over Blackpot Hill. See what happens. I'm gonna do the ascent first. I think I got all, it's in 4-wheel drive. Those ruptures are not grabbing. I think I'm going to put some of the FMS tires on it. There we go. It wants to. There she went. Let's see how it does on the steep descent. You know, getting it back to this position right here was a tricky, some tricky driving. Should have videoed that. All right, here we go. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna go back and look at my other video. If I'm not mistaken, it did it with the smaller tires on it. These bigger tires probably raise that center of gravity, and man, the drag brake just is null and void. Null and void. Oh, that bumper's catching big time there. I don't think we're gonna get out of this one. She is cocked up in the air, bumper's caught, and as soon as I put it in reverse, she wants to tumble wumble. Okay. Didn't knock anything over. yet. Tires tuck up under there pretty good too, almost like they were made for it. Alright, let's get her turned around and we're gonna do some center of gravity. You know, I had some weight to this thing. That brake, drag brake is really gonna be null and void. Getting dark fast. I don't know if some soft foams in the front would help or what. Alright, let's see what happens. Back tire's already lifting up. Oh, she wants to tumble wumble. Ah, she's gonna go. Let's see if we can back it up. Bam, and we did. Let me set up my knockaways. Boy, that was like a bulldozer there. Knocked over a bunch of them. You know, I'm starting to wonder if the shocks, they articulate too much. You know what I mean? That could cause it, I think, to flip over the way it's flipping so easy. Other than the fact that I've added a higher center of gravity by putting the other tires on there, but I'm thinking the shocks, man. Just too much articulation. That's gonna make it fall. Alright, I reset it because it fell over. I didn't video it because I thought I'd turn the camera on, but I didn't. I'm trying to focus on the camera and drive this and pause, and I guess that's one of the disadvantages, huh, of not editing. Well, I guess that explains why it's yellow. It is a construction vehicle. You see the way it knocks over? I mean, it don't take out one or two. It takes out a whole section. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking about the shocks on here. There is too much articulation. Let's get over to Pride Rock before it gets dark. All right, I said Pride Rock. Let's do Shovel Bridge first. See how it does. Different day, same course, but might get a different reaction. No problem. Right. Let's do Pride Rock. No drag brake. Look at that. No drag brake whatsoever. Finger's not even on the trigger, and the drag brake is set. Okay. Do a different angle here. Nice. Ooh. Feel like I'm being shot or stabbed, and my vehicle's about to fall over. You hear me? Ooh. This is where modulation becomes a factor. Getting dark fast. Let's get this wrapped up. Try to keep it to that left. And when I get this in here, I'm going to look at it again to see if drag brakes are set. If I went by the instruction, whoa, let's reset that. May have to turn some lights on before it's over. This is the last obstacle though. Ah, I blew that. All right, one more time. It's the last time. Here we go. Tire, turn. Stay up there. Nice. Ran into the bridge. Alright, you got through it. Alright, there you have it. Another run with the FMS FCX10 Discoverer by FMS. Beautiful rig. Like I said, the shocks might have too much articulation for the things that I do with it. And I've already lost one of my bush guards somewhere already. Must have been when I turned over there or back there somewhere. Guess what? Staying off till tomorrow anyway. Folks, like I always say, much more to come. And thanks for watching.